must be an advanced trick. It is worth 2 points towards your novice or intermediate trick. It can also be used towards your advanced title. So the way I start this is I start with a mat that's very different than my flooring. So I'm not going to start with this is just a bath mat. I'm not going to start with this on carpet. It'll be a little more tricky for them to distinguish which piece they're supposed to be on, so I'm going to work on it on my laminate flooring instead. Usually I start by free shaping this, so that just means taking any little pieces that my dog offers towards this mat. So looking at it, stepping towards it, sniffing it, putting a paw on it, touching it, whatever it happens to be, and then I slowly just stop accepting certain things until I get the criteria I want. My criteria for go mat is for them to go to it and lie down. Your criteria does not have to be that. It's just a criteria I have when I teach it. So normally when I'm free shaping, I'll also show you how to start it if you want a lure instead. Is I start with my mat in my hand and I look at it like it's the coolest thing in the whole wide world, and that my dog should really want to see this thing, so that the moment I set it down, he's going to want to investigate it, because I just made this mat into the coolest thing out there. Beep, beep. Sit. He does know this trick, by the way, so don't expect your dogs to immediately think about getting on the mat. If I have a chance, I might work with a different dog today on it, just to show you how to get it started if you don't have a dog that's already doing this. So I just started out, like I said, ooh, this is a very cool mat, checking it out. He's like, why are you checking out this mat, woman? And then I'm just going to set it down, and the moment that he interacts with it, I'm going to use my marker word, which is yes, and I'm going to give him a cookie. I always throw my cookie away from the object so that he then has to go back to it. You proved me to be a liar. Yes, good boy. Okay, careful. Yes. 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 So as you can see, yes, I'm throwing the cookies away from the mat. Yes. So he's offering me a paw onto the mat. Yes. Yes. Pretty soon, just because he does know this, if it was me working this with a dog, yes, sorry bud, cookies stuck together, that hadn't done this before, I would do this over and over a bunch before I started to wait for more. Yes. Go get your cookie. Yes, so back feet on the mat, super cool. Yes. 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 Since he's offering me back paws, I'm only going to accept now if he has his back feet on it, or if he's got more than just back feet. Yes. He's offering me a bow on the mat now. Now you're just offering me a bow. Yes. Yes. I was just going to wait him out and see if he'd offer me more. Yes. Now that he's offering me a down, I'm gonna stop accepting anything other than a down. Yes, good boy. If I had a larger mat, I would also only accept if his whole body was on a mat. Yes, but I don't have a larger mat. Yes. Now once he's doing the criteria I really like, I might treat him in a position a few times, and then throw away a cookie so he chases it, so he comes back and offers me something again. He gets stuck in this position. I might just throw a cookie away to get him thinking something else. Yes, good boy. Cookie and throw away. Yes, super good. At the point where this happens, I'll start to tell him his word. His is Matt. Very good. Good boy. As he's getting on it, and then, like I said, I slowly just keep doing it earlier and earlier and earlier till I'm able to actually have him on command, going to his mat when I say it. I'll show you that now. The other thing about free shaping is look at the thing you want them to interact with and nod at them. Yes! Good boy. Beautiful. Matt. Yes. Matt. Good. Good boy. Matt. Good. Eat the cookie. Matt. Good boy. Very good. Matt. Yes. So as you can see, I'm just saying it earlier and earlier. Matt. Oh, you were quicker than I was that time. Matt. Good boy. You're being speedy. Matt. Good. Matt. Yes. Very good. Feed you a bunch of cookies on your mat. Good job. Once I get to the point of them getting on their mat and laying down, that's my criteria. I start to work up duration. So the way I do that is I just keep waiting, or I keep feeding him for being on his mat. I would continue to do that, but I run out of cookies now. And then I would tell him his release words. That for him is break. It means he can get out of the position he was in. And then what I'll do, so I'm not having to feed so many cookies, is I'll start making it last longer. So I'll do a cookie, 3 seconds later, another cookie, then maybe 5 seconds, and then 1 second, and then back to 3 seconds, and then 7 seconds. Slowly work it up. So that he is staying on his mat whether I am feeding him cookies or not. I will go ahead and end this video on how to shape it, and I will go ahead and give you guys the one for luring in case that's the method you'd like to use. Some of the older dogs that have never done shaping, you could try it, but if you don't have success, oh, that was super good relaxing on your mat. Very good. You would maybe possibly want to do it with luring instead. The other thing I was going to say is when you're shaping or even using the luring, if you worked for 5 minutes and got some success where he's running to the mat and touching it with his feet, you end there. Don't expect to try and get this entire thing in one session. But when you do go back to it, you might have to take them looking at it for the first couple times, because sometimes they'll forget exactly what they were doing at the last time they were doing it. So you just have to remind them that, yep, we're interacting with this a couple times in, and then wait for them to offer that behavior. Okay, for the go mat trick, with luring rather than shaping, I'm going to take a few cookies. I'm going to hold my dog and I'm just going to place the cookies on this mat. He's going to see me place them on the mat, so he's probably, as soon as I let him go, he's You can see I'm holding him. As soon as I let him go, he's gonna run to get these cookies, at which point I'm gonna say yes and probably throw a couple more cookies onto the mat while he's exploring it. So I'm just gonna put his cookies on his mat, gonna let him go, he's gonna get to his mat, eat those yummy cookies if he can find them. Yes! And then I'm just gonna throw some more cookies for him to eat. I threw one, it's right there. As you can tell, I don't do a lot of luring with him. He's like, what the heck are you doing? Good boy. At this point, I'm just going to throw a cookie away again without him knowing I threw some cookies back on this mat. I'm going to throw them on. He's going to go back and eat them. Yes, good boy. I'm going to throw a couple more. There's still one on there. Apparently you can't see. Good boy. Again, a couple cookies on his mat. Yes, very good. Hopefully your dog's nose works better than mine. Yes. The cookies are on your mat. Good boy. I threw another one. Good. Okay, go get that cookie. So now that I successfully have him running to that mat back there, because he thinks there's always going to be cookies on it, this time around, the first time I'm going to put some cookies on it, he's going to run to it, I'm going to give him a couple more while he's on it, I'm going to throw away a cookie, and this time I'm not going to put a cookie back on it. I'm hoping that he will think, oh hey, there's been cookies on this mat the entire time, and he'll run back to it. The moment he does, I'm going to say yes and then toss more cookies on the mat for him. So again, I'll start out with a couple of cookies on the mat. He's going to run to that mat, eat his couple of cookies. It's there. I'm going to throw him one more. I'm then going to throw away a cookie. He's going to go get it. He's probably going to think, oh, she just placed more cookies back on that mat. I should go, yeah, explore it. At which point I'm going to throw some cookies on the mat again. Throw one away, wait. Yay! See, there's cookies on that mat. Very cool, hey? Awesome. At which point, there's one over there. Go get it. Are you broken? Good boy. At which point, okay, Matt, Rift, Matt, good boy. At which point, I've now basically gone into shaping. So now I'm gonna start doing exactly what I was doing in that other video that I first posted. I just started out with some luring to help the dogs who are not used to shaping or who've never done shaping in their lives learn how to interact with this thing I put on the floor, because honestly to them this thing is nothing until I've made it into something. I hope that helps you, whichever way you decide to do the training is up to you, and I hope that if you do have any questions you ask and I will gladly help, or if you need me to show you another video of something I can do that as well. Thanks.